Well, hello. Welcome to Tarot to a T. Today we're going to do a February 2023 reading of the sign of Libra. And if this is the first time to my channel, welcome. Glad you found me. And if you're returning, you're amazing. Also want to give a big shout out and deep appreciation for anyone who subscribed and or donated to my virtual tip jar, which can be found at the bottom of the description box if you would like to make a small donation to my tea fund, of course. I actually don't drink coffee, but nonetheless, it works. You just go to that link. Actually, the easiest way is to copy and paste it into your browser. That's too many cards, Libra. And it takes you right there. It's really easy if you're able and you're feeling generous. Okay, let's get started. What message does Libra need to hear for mid-February 2023? The message for Libra. Message for Libra, please. Mid-February 2023. And I hope you are well, safe, and happy at the moment. Cards of advice. Yeah, I'll take it. It's 3, but sometimes more than 3 can be overwhelming. I think I can handle that, though. Wow, okay. 3 more. Oh, okay. Simple as. Let's get into it, shall we? 9 of clubs. Something, well, I'll just say it's a completion. Something is wrapped up. It's a type of achievement, something you're feeling very satisfied and content with at the moment. Could really be anything under the sun. It doesn't point in any particular direction for me. Sometimes it could be related to career, so it could be a raise or promotion or some kind of goal that you set for yourself. But we'll keep going and see what that pertains to. The Ace of Clubs. Well, you're on some kind of new start, possibly springboarding from that recent completion. This involves learning a new skill, gaining some kind of knowledge. Now, if it is a promotion, for example, that would totally fit the scenario. Just kind of having to navigate a new career, set of duties, whatever's on your plate. Possibly it's not something you've ever done before, so you're learning the ropes there. Yes, and look at this, the entrepreneur card. This looks like it's going to be a career or some kind of financial themed reading today. The entrepreneurial card, something that you have set out to achieve on your own. The thing to recognize is that it's probably already in motion and you're reaping the rewards from that. Again, I see that very, very succinctly. I'm terrible at saying that word. Connected to that sense of achievement. Let's say that you did set out a goal to reach the next level in your career or job. It just depends on the way it's organized, but let's say you're in a work situation where a position comes open for leadership in some capacity, and you had your sights set on that for a while. Well, it looks like it's actually coming to fruition, which is excellent. And that does involve a new start, obviously, and learning some new skills. So again, I feel like that's the theme that this reading is headed towards. The 2 of Diamonds, so in some kind of partnership here, finances are looking very nice. Usually has to do with, between 2 people. Now, if you're not hooked up with somebody, it just means that there's balance and harmony in your financial area of your life here, and that's nice. That's nice. I mean, maybe now that you've achieved this, you're seeing that also become a reality. Let's go ahead and pull some more cards for Libra for mid-February and their fantastic new career direction. Look at that. Couldn't make it up if I tried. The Six of Diamonds talks about taking financial responsibility. Perhaps you're in the position now to pay off debt. Maybe pay off that vehicle that you've been making payments on. Maybe even pay off a mortgage. If it's that fantastic, kudos to you. Seriously. But also, it's not the end. There's not an ending with that necessarily. It's not the end game, because there's more options and opportunities coming your way, especially if you're taking on more responsibility and you've had a pay bump. Five of Diamonds, again, focus on finances, monetary abundance. Changes in your finances with the Five of Diamonds. This, I'm just going to say, usually this is about some kind of settlement and negotiation, but you know what I see it as? Negotiating a salary, negotiating hours. Nonetheless, there's always a bump up with that as well. And it's not on the scale of, huge financial changes, but definitely some kind of change came there. And look at that, you've completed some kind of cycle here. Well, I shouldn't say a cycle, but something is completed with the Nine of Spades that was a disappointment, some kind of loss. Now, this could have to do with a past career position, something that you really hated doing, for example, or a position where you really didn't feel like you were using your potential. Or it could be talking about something else, like the ending of a relationship. I think, honestly, if I think back on a lot of your readings in the past couple of months, Libra, you did exit some kind of relationship. So it could be that it's just recognizing that you have finished that. It's over. It's behind you. Four of Clubs. Things are very stable and solid in your home, in your lifestyle. You have no problem where you're living. There's no issues. There's no struggle here to meet obligations such as paying bills on time. Very nice. I mean, this seems like a very easy reading. It's like I got the vision of like the clouds parted. Clouds parted, and now you're entering in this kind of serene, peaceful period of your life, which, again, I think Libra had some rough patches there the latter half of 2022, ending a relationship. Yeah, so that would actually be a very nice change of pace for you. It could have involved no, it couldn't have involved this Queen of Clubs, because this is in the present. Sorry. Just getting kind of lost in the thought there. But the Queen of Clubs is a fire sign. I was going to say it could have involved a fire sign. I mean, maybe. But I actually think this is somebody in your presence. In your present situation. Yeah. I mean, it could be you. The Queen of Clubs, again, fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. They have some power and authority. It could be somebody just a little bit older than you that has some good advice and who's been very supportive. That's what is paramount with the Queen of Clubs, supportive and generous. You could have met somebody like this. Now, it could also be hooked up with this job situation, this career situation. Maybe you met, I'm getting like you went on the interview and you met the person who you're going to be working under, and you really clicked with that person. You just felt like you were on the same page, and guess what? They gave you the position. That happens, I think, a lot of times, even when we're qualified for something. It's not always about our qualifications and our track record. It's also how you gel with that person you're interviewing with. Yeah, it's politics, right? Yeah. For sure. One more card here at least before we go into advice. Things are up in the air for you in some manner. This is also the Magician card in traditional tarot. You know, I just kind of see the up in the air energy as you're on this new path where you're learning and you're gaining knowledge, you're gaining skills. And perhaps there is a feeling for you of things being up in the air. You're like, I don't know where this is headed. I don't know if I'm going to be in this position a year from now. I don't know if I'm going to like it. You know, all of that goes with that, right? But the Magician card, I see this as the universe lending a hand in making things happen for you, you know, through divine interference, as I like to refer to it. You know, the act of magic, the illusion of something occurring, and I usually see it as favorable. I don't see it as a negative, like it's going to throw a monkey wrench at you. No. No, I see it actually the opposite of helping you out. So just keep in mind that's forces unseen, that situations unseen that are going to unfold. A reminder that we don't have a crystal ball. We like to think that we are in absolute control of our lives and every aspect of it, and if something goes wrong, it's our fault. Nope, not always. Same when things go positively, it's not always our direct control. I firmly believe that. And luck, no, it's not about luck. No, I don't think there's any accidents. Let's go to your cards of advice that came out here in triplets twice. Wow. 7 of spades, 5 of spades, 8 of clubs. So the 7 of spades talks about hidden knowledge. Something coming to light that was not known or obvious to you. The 5 of spades is a breakup of some sort, not necessarily a relationship. I'm actually not picking that up. Breaking up is making a change to break off from some kind of perhaps mindset that you weren't deserving of this or you were never going to make it to this level. Again, the sense of achievement. And the 8 of clubs is about being fixed on an idea. It also could mean some kind of crossroads decision. Perhaps you're in the position of throwing away an old idea, hence the breakup. And it's just become obvious to you with the 7 of spades that you've had this attitude. Again, I'm hearing that you didn't deserve better. Or that you were never going to make it. No matter how much you tried, you just weren't going to make it. And the 8 of clubs is about deciding that is not your story anymore. They talk about in spirituality, but also in psychology, about how we make up stories about ourselves. Like, for example, I'm not talking about myself here, but if you're in the mindset of, I'm the one who never gets the job, or I'm the one who never wins anything, those are very common. Oh, it won't be me they pick, because I never get it. You know, that's very self-sabotaging, right? I'm kind of picking up that's what it is. It's like this has become obvious to you because perhaps this turn of events was surprising enough that you went, oh, I was wrong. I did get this. And I can do it. And it's not all about always losing. Yeah, you're being shown a different reality here, a different possibility that you didn't think was possible on some level, maybe unconsciously. The 3 of hearts. Emotionally, you're being pulled in a couple different directions. I do think it has to do with the self-belief. This has turned into an interesting, I should say, the advice has turned very interestingly from everything that's good on the outside, and this is all internal changes that are occurring here. Do you see that? With the 3 of hearts, you're pulled in 2 different directions. You've won and you've achieved on one hand. On the other hand, you have this old self to dispense with, the self that doesn't serve you anymore. Again, it's about making decisions. Jack of clubs, four of spades, Jack of diamonds. So Jack of diamonds, right off the bat, new finances. So in some cases, it can represent a younger earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I don't think this represents people. And the Jack of clubs could be a younger fire sign, the Aries, Leo, or Sag. But the Jack of clubs, along the lines of the Queen of clubs that we saw earlier, is someone who's very supportive and generous. With the four of spades right in between that, I see you being in this position of stress relief around the home, and I do think that's about the finances with the Jack of diamonds. You know, it's all new. And it's not that you don't know what to do, it's just it's a scenario you've never faced before, and it's exciting and it's challenging in some levels, and you're just adjusting to that. And the same thing with the Jack of clubs. Maybe you're now in this position that you can help others because you can be supportive and generous. Maybe you have more time available for other people. Because the Jack of clubs, Queen of clubs, and the King of clubs actually is about being supportive of others, generous. And I don't always see it as handing somebody money. It's also lending your time, your support, your guidance. But the four of spades does tell me you were in a period of stress for a while, and now you're experiencing stress relief again around the home. So maybe there was a time when you were holding your breath, wondering if this is ever going to happen. Again, we go back to, are you dispensing with this old thought pattern, this old storyline that really is just a story? We invent stories. That's what our egos are made of, stories about ourselves that aren't necessarily true. Especially if we want to change them and you just change the story. They say it's as simple as that. I know it's harder than it sounds. From personal experience, it's not so easy to dispense with that, especially when the old emotions come up around it that fuels it, right? But look at that. Again, security, stability around the home. This is where you're headed. If you take this new mindset that you can achieve and that you are deserving, support and connection, you're going to be in this wonderful place of not necessarily becoming a billionaire, because I don't see a huge card here that talks about the money flowing in. I think it is flowing in. It's just not on any kind of scale that's important to you. I think it's more about this. Feeling connected, secure in home, feeling loved, taken care of. And that's about having people around you that support and connect you, that you feel connected to. Any more cards of advice? Yeah, of course. And you're open for relationships. Options, opportunities coming your way. Libra, if you left that old relationship behind, which was pretty rough at the end of last year, yep, you are ready. Doesn't mean you are starting that right now, and it doesn't mean that's your goal, but you're open for it. You've dropped the baggage around it, the heaviness, the frustration, all the feelings around it. You're freed from that. Perhaps this new position has helped with that as well. Just, lifting the burden. Let's see what else we got going for Libra in their cards of advice. The four of diamonds. Well, you did get the windfall card. Congratulations. Yeah. On whatever scale that applies for you, take it how it fits. It's not necessarily over the top. I think you still got to work. But there's also a warning with the four of diamonds about overspending, because again, with the Jack of diamonds energy, this is new to you. So you may have maybe not all the time, but you may be in this position where you can spend more than you're used to, and it's just saying be careful with that. Just be careful with that. Just because you have it doesn't mean it's there to spend. And Ace of Hearts, how beautiful is that? Following what you truly desire. This has allowed that new start to happen for you. I am so excited for you, Libra, you have no idea. This is very positive, light reading here. I mean, light in the sense that there's no burdens here, except dropping the inner dialogue. And you have the decision to make. You can't be stuck on those ideas about yourself. This all changed. It's gone now. The external world is showing you that it's not true. So that is what you need to take to heart. That's what you really need to focus on. If you're having difficulty dropping those old dialogues, you know, the shoe that doesn't fit anymore, the reality here is that you have achieved. Yeah, and it's all about focusing on what you truly desire. I see a little bit of relationships in here. I see financial success. I see being content in your career, or at least in a more challenging role that's going to enrich your life and help you grow. And I'm going to end it there because that's a beautiful way to end it. So let's not mar it this time. But if you want to see when that next reading comes out, don't forget to hit subscribe, notifications, and or just check in with my channel again. That's fine. And again, if you want to make a small donation, if you like this reading, you want to help support my channel, go ahead and go to that link at the bottom of the description box. I'll try not to be too overbearing with that. Just a reminder, okay? This is fantastic. I'm very happy for you. Okay, I will see you again soon. Take care until I do.